Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? Let's get a look here. I think we're all good. Okay, sweet. Current time. What is the current time? It is... I'm late. That's what it is. I am late. I do so very much apologize. PM 5:18. Whew. I'm quite a bit late. Bessie PM there or AM? Whoops. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take the step seriously. Just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Why, thank you. Thank you, narrator. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you beat up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Thank you, game. Thank you. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. It should still be the Stanley Parable 2 screen, right? Hopefully. Because I know where the other statues are. I know where they are. Yes! Okay, begin the game. Well, I know where one is. And I have an inkling as to where the other one would be.
This is the story of a man.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
So
What
we're
could
gonna
it
need
mean?
that bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had said,
Thank
Where are
you.
we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling
Sorry,
to him,
but I gotta
telling
get
him
going.
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
So we gotta go through here.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I watched Jacksepticeye play
No,
some, and I
said
saw
the
it in the
bucket.
background. I'm
Don't
not
go
sure how
to
to
the
get to it
meeting
though.
room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
It's right there. How do I get to it? There has to be a way. How would I... Is there a door down there? There is a door down there. Okay. How would I access that, though? Oh, there. Haha! Perfect.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlarines. None of us can.
Oh, can I not? I see that as a challenge. Okay. I've never actually tried to get down here, even in like the normal game. What's in here? Oh. Oh. Never been here before. Are they? Mixtapes?
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
You vented. Hey, Gunchi, how you
Study
doing?
This bucket,
How's your day going?
the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel.
We're one standarine
Every
away
time
from collecting them
I
all.
pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. An
Eating
emptiness in my chest
Pastor?
when I set it down.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
I thought someone on the board just decided, you know what? We're gonna make an entire storyline based around this bucket.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket.
Ready to
But I have to
install?
be careful, because as soon as this gets there's
The
going
game's
to be a
installed.
target on my
Game?
back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that?
Strange otherworldly noises.
Caporata.
What happens if you come down here without the bucket? Okay. Well, that was a little bit more intense than I originally thought it would be. Okay, now we need to get to the blue and red doors. I think that's where the last one is, but I'm not sure how to get there. I can't remember how we got there the first time. I think it was by jumping off. Yeah, I think it was by jumping off the
All of his co-workers were gone.
cargo lift.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is an interesting
A good
tune.
bucket. A strong
Oh shit,
bucket,
I didn't
a
press the
humble
inputs.
bucket, a committed bucket. A bucket of culture and distinction.
Haven't seen that ending before. Neither have I, yeah. Nah, fuck it. I've got to do this again. Fuck it, fuck it. God fucking damn it. Now I have to do that shit again. Ah. What, another one? Fuck you. God damn it. Alright, fine. Just you and me, bucket. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was
Nope.
not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was no... Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket was
Stanley
wrong.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, he didn't.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
I'm gonna
Cargo
jump off
lift,
here.
Yeah, good.
I imagine it's literally not
Now
going to
ride
give
the
me
lift
anything
all
for
the way
getting
to
all the
top.
figurines,
There's
but...
something up there I need you to do.
Did you see the
Stanley did
achievements
not
for this
question
game,
why or
Gunchi?
how this bucket was
There's like
secret.
one there for like
It
don't
should
play
have
the game
alarmed
for
him,
10
of course,
years,
because
and the other
buckets
one
are
is to play it for the
But
entire
Stanley chose
duration of a
not to think
Tuesday.
about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
No buckets past this point. Yep, I saw those.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could
I
you
think we were
it was
actually here
okay to
before.
bring the bucket
Shit.
Here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know
No,
what
I
is
know
a
what a
bucket
bucket
and
is.
what isn't a bucket?
No.
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up.
Nope. Begin the game again. We saw this ending. Okay, so it's not that way. Do we follow the route? No. So that'll just lead me up.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had...
I wouldn't mind. It was like it was one of the first like areas we found.
Companionship that stands the test of time.
You know, if I wanted to cheese this, I could just keep restarting the game like 3 more times and just finish that, but I won't. Yeah, it was one of the first endings we got. I can't believe it's so hard for me to find it again.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I think I remember what it was now. Yeah,
This was
we
not
went
the
up to
correct way
the...
meeting room.
yeah, I think I know where to go.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no,
Nope.
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the
I think he
maintenance
just
section
disobeyed,
and walked
yeah.
straight ahead to the opposite door.
Yeah, so now we go here. But then doesn't this lead us to the AA? Or not AA, but you know what I mean. Like family meeting.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad
Yeah,
you
I
found
knew
your
it.
way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Yeah, okay, this just leads to that ending.
You see, your friends and I...
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I don't want to like repeat content too much. And it's really bugging me that I can't fucking remember how to get to those doors. See, I think it's where you have to go to like get to the top balcony that sees over all of the screens, and then he restarts the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
I
could it
can't
mean?
remember how to get to that balcony.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
It
memo.
might be because you have the bucket. Maybe, but
The
that's
bucket made
that's
Stanley
where
want to be
the
a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
that's where the figurine is.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his
So that part seems to be a
co-workers
sequel
really all be
content.
gone?
Yeah, but the to find the figurine, that would be sequel content as well. With all the characters, you know. I mean, I could try going without the bucket, I guess. Yeah, you don't need the bucket to get to figures. Yeah. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, I suppose, because what's going to happen if you don't have the bucket on you? Yeah, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
There's
to
no
the
input
meeting room.
last time.
Perhaps he had
Where's the
simply missed
input
a
gone?
memo.
Where's my input gone? Oh, shit. Well, this is new.
When When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe if you don't complete an ending, the input resets. Yeah, maybe. But we restarted and we were able to put in the second input. I don't know.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop
See?
by the
New stuff,
employee
minus
lounge
bucket.
first,
True,
just
true.
to admire it.
This part seems to be old game though.
Standing now in this incredible room,
I don't know how it
Stanley
works,
for the
but-
first time understood true happiness. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
But now we'll be able to go past the door without the bucket. Shit. What's in that room? It could be either one. Just disobey again? Yeah, okay, I guess we just
And
go
so
this way.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
Nope.
and got back on track.
Nope, he didn't. Coffee's nearly gone.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
There you go. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, no. No,
We'll
it's
see.
to the right, my mistake.
Because is this not the
No,
one
no,
where
no,
you
not
go
the
insane?
Why
Downstairs?
would
Oh no,
I have
but that's
ever
you go
said it was to
downstairs.
the
Okay.
right?
I don't know. I'm getting
What
confused.
was
We'll
I
just
thinking?
play through and see.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay.
Confusing
okay,
ending?
yes. I've got it now.
Uh,
This story
yeah,
is absolutely,
yeah.
definitely this way.
But then no. I don't know. sorry. Just because I know. Yeah. Okay. We got here and then.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
You know what the funny part is?
The
We
whole
haven't even
story
done the
is completely
proper ending yet.
unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay. Haven't you? No. We got to that part, but then we said no to turning off the machine, so we didn't get the proper ending. Oh
All of
no,
his co-workers
Gucci, the
were gone.
balloons are
What
gone.
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I don't think we're playing the Stanley Parable 2 anymore.
When Stanley...
Shit.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely
Maybe we are. I
restarted
don't know.
the
We'll see.
game
We'll see.
over
We'll see.
completely
Maybe it
fresh.
just didn't want you to
Everything
pick
should
up the
be-
bucket or something during this
Did
part.
something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere?
Yeah, this is part of the
or-
confusion ending.
Hold on. Why am I
Yeah, but there's
asking
one
you?
bit like
I'm
with
the
the
one who wrote the story.
two, like
It
the
was right here just a minute
red
ago.
and the blue
I
door,
meant
and
for
then
sure
they
that
adds
it's
the
here
orange door,
somewhere.
and so you get to the baby
Okay,
game.
then.
Is
It's
that
an
the confusion
adventure.
ending as well, or I
Come,
can't remember.
Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, well we're not far away from the blue and red door anyway, so I don't think we are at least. So I guess we'll see, but we don't seem to be playing Stanley Parable 2 anymore. So I don't know if the figurine's going to be there. This one resets like 10 times. Yeah, I know, but it's only that one part I'm trying to get to the
I'll say it.
statue.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, don't tell me we have to go all the way back and do the whole Stanley Parable 2 thing again just to get to
All
the
of his
fucking figurine.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back.
Actually, it might have been the cargo lift thing. Well, now it's too late.
And see if we missed anything.
God damn it. Oh, we had only one left to get. Doesn't he get really mad at you for disobeying? Yeah, he does. Yeah, I know this is the confusion ending, but I don't know if the blue and red doors are part of that or whether it's the other one. Reset, maybe, yeah, but I think the sequel is now paused. Okay, so we're still in the sequel. Okay. We'll just keep this going for a bit first and see. Maybe the blue and red doors will come up in a second. But I think the line is next, isn't it?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
No. This isn't. Okay. Yeah, this is still the sequel, silly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just afraid of missing it. Just be a lot of steps to go through if the sequel just disappeared. Okay. Yeah, okay, alright. Balloons are back. We're fine. Panic over. I didn't panic,
and
you
if
panicked.
It stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Where's the... Okay. Turned off all the computers. I think that starts the input thing.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Fuck
open
you.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
Should I jump
well.
off the
Perhaps
lift
he wanted
without
to
the
stop by
bucket?
the employee lounge first, just to
I'm not
admire
jumping to
it.
my death. I'll just jump to the platform and go through the door without the bucket, yeah.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Screw you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Have we?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Right.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
That is true.
There's
Yeah.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Like you? Yeet.
Someone. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
There we go. Where's this fucking
Let
statue?
me
There it
prove that
fucking
I'm
is.
on your side.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of
And just
doing
like he
it.
said,
Where
he's
so
gonna
many
tell us
people
we'd get
expect to be
absolutely nothing
rewarded
for
the
this.
most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own
Easy.
reward.
Got him.
I
Hell yeah.
would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Great. Alright.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked
Well, you get
through
fresh
the red
content.
door.
Yes, that was definitely worth it. I genuinely don't remember what door you asked me to go through. I'm pretty sure you said red, so...
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked
Okay,
through
finish the
the
sentence.
red door.
Actually, I've done the blue one before, so I'm actually going to do the red one now, because he might bring me to that, like, star ending thing. I haven't done that yet either.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see
Just
that I'm
roll through
being
the door. Hey,
happy
they
for you to
fun.
be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Yeah, see, I don't think we did this one yet. Now you decided to be good. Yeah. I think this one, for some reason, this one sticks in my memory, like, so much more than any other one. I think it was just because of, like, how out of place and weird it was when the first one was released.
Do we want? What are we looking for?
It's just so, like, I don't know, it's so weird compared to the other one.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Damn. It's pretty nice. Eager to get back to business, Stanley went to kill himself. Let's go.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yes, we
Please,
will.
no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Nope,
Please,
sorry.
Stanley, think
Depression
about
takes
what
us all in
you're
the
doing.
end. Backflip.
No!
Ah, for fuck's sake, that wasn't enough.
Thank God. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Yep. Alright, see ya. Ah!
Let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Me
You're
and
literally
Minecraft
willing
with
to kill
keep
yourself to
inventory
keep
on.
me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Well, it seems like 90% of people will continue to disobey, so it is a bit of a treat for people who go back. True. Eat.
Maybe you're just
We're still
giving a
fucking
kick out.
alive?
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
This ending is
It
so
looks like
depressing.
You wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
It's so fucking dark for like no reason.
Is it
There we
over?
go.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Did you see Jacksepticeye got your man to actually do the fucking voiceover for one of his videos? Oh, it was so cool. You could have gone back, to be fair. I could have, but I didn't. Yeah, I saw it in my recommended. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. Inputs.
Stanley,
Whoa.
I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
Wait,
Wasn't it just the most
that was so
intrinsically
trippy.
fulfilling moment of your entire
I wasn't
life?
expecting
Didn't
that.
it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Alright, I'm down for that. When Stanley found the collectibles. Time for Dark Souls. It really does remind you of it, doesn't it?
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent.
Okay, gotta go
We'll
pack.
never be like that again,
Alright, Gucci,
Stanley.
thank you for stopping by. What's over here? I'll check this first here. I got 7 out of 6. Amazing. Executive bathroom.
And here was a second Stan Marine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
My parents be like.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which
Oh,
of these
shit.
rooms was the room you found your 3rd mini stand? Can you remember?
Shit. Fuck, I don't remember. I think it was boss's office? Yeah, it had to have been.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the 3rd one. You picked it
Hey.
up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm
I
glad
did.
these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your 3rd time doing anything.
Wait, what? Really?
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No, I don't think we got one in here. Pretty sure we didn't actually. This is where the vent was, wasn't it? Whoa, this is trippy.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
No! The pixelated frames. The star sign. Oh my god, I remember effects like this. Oh, we legitimately had to see stuff like this in school for like projects and shit or tutorials. Bravo, bravo.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I
It
spent a lot of
does.
time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Thank you, narrator. That's great. I appreciate that.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
That's
Who
true.
can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other.
It truly was special.
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Both eat the same way? Yeah. The end is never the end. You are in the present. Ayo.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh, okay. That was pretty abrupt.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
I'm down for that.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Okay.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
I do.
Yes, I love that video.
I love it too. That's great. What if I fell off there? I wonder what would happen.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
It is a solid room, to be fair. Pretty cool room.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
It
I'm
would
very
have, to be
glad
fair.
we resisted the temptation. Next
Yeah.
one.
No reward is much better, to be fair. I do agree.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Don't know. Wait, we're back? No signs anymore. Okay. The jumping circle!
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Memories are pretty cool.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction.
Prequel moment?
But
For real, yeah.
I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to
So
how
are you
it
going
used to
home
be.
every weekend?
Yes.
Guarantee, is that
I
it?
can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore.
What?
But he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling the story so very much.
You're going to kill me?
Here we go.
Every
This
other weekend.
is
Ah,
the
okay, fair.
story of a man named Stanley.
Next weekend I'm moving out though. Oh shit. Big plays, big plays. You got a place of your own, or is it like a shared apartment or something like that? Got a roommate that you're gonna have to put up with.
All of
Okay.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
No,
Stanley
going back home.
decided to go
Oh,
to the meeting. Perhaps he
for
had
summer,
something
got you,
to remember.
right?
No matter how
Yeah,
hard
yeah, for
Stanley
some.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
The fuck is that sound? Let me out. Oh,
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
No, I
until
knew
he
I
heard
hadn't.
this narration.
nope. I thought you said my fist mates. It was the first thing I read. My flatmates suck though, for real. Damn. How many? Okay. There's definitely an ending where you just stay in that room. I can't remember
The
how long
meeting
though.
room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever
5
again.
of them? Jesus Christ. How big's the fucking flat? Like, you get the size of like a fucking broom closet, and you gotta pay stupid ass amounts of money for it too. I don't know where I've gone wrong on the input ending. I'm gonna have to work that out. Yes, my friend is in a 12-person flat. Fucking hell.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's just do the normal ending first.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Tips for
of
not getting
disbelief,
fired.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
It's quite
hoping
insane.
he
The
might
mess is
find an
horrible.
answer
No,
there.
I couldn't put up with that at all. I can't deal with fucking mess and shit.
Coming to a staircase,
I am
Stanley
quite
walked upstairs to his
against
boss's office.
mess. Gotten a bit better with it over the years. Either that or I've just gotten more lazy. Yes! I will find them. Just, I don't know if there's something to do with that elevator. I've been in it for a few minutes, but it didn't do anything.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
8.
Shocked,
5.
unraveled, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he
It
relaxed
really
for a
isn't.
few moments with some calming new age music.
What a fucking way to troll the player, like they're trying to rush through, and you make it even longer than had they just sat there and listened.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Thank you. Oh, I finished The Hunger Games today. The first book. Not the movie or anything, but yeah, the first book. I
Descending
finished it
deeper into
today. It
the
was
book,
really, really good.
Stanley
I really
realized
enjoyed
he
it.
felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Should get the proper ending for the game.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place, where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Thank
Here
you.
was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Is there a computer in
Controls
here?
labeled with
Surely not.
emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Remember Jacksepticeye got to this point and the game fucking froze? Like right as he did the happy ending, like the door was like
And a
coming
rising
down and it
chill
just
of
froze.
Uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Finally, Stanley was at peace. Fuck,
Stanley
I
felt
can't.
the cool breeze
Okay,
of the
there we
street,
go.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I think it's one of the only endings where we don't die. Maybe one of the... Well, actually, that's... Okay. Not with it today, apparently. The end is never the end, there's never the end, there's never the end. Phone.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Sorry, what? Well, okay then. Do I grab the bucket? I don't know whether to grab the bucket. Maybe we have to destroy the bucket. thinking about doing that
everyone
one.
is so lucky to have a bucket, but
Yeah, we'll do that
Stanley
one.
is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind.
It's time to give up the bucket.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured
Sorry,
from
bucket.
the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
It's time. You need to go.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see,
I know,
your
it's gotta
friends
go.
and I are
I know.
concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the
I
Broom
never knew I
Closet.
could crouch.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes,
Sure,
yes,
let's go.
That's what the fan... Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
I like to imagine that they had to dig through the old game files to find the audio.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
I know.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I'm sorry, Bucket. But it's time.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality
Wait, what?
trait. Sure,
I
can
can't put
hear
it
you
in.
saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable
can't put it in.
characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
I'm
We can't
trying,
get back
bro.
to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
That's twice I've died to that damn machine now. No. This is not the ending we were looking for. I wonder what that phone call had to do with everything. Yes. Input received. Finally, we did it. I don't know what it did, but we did it. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. Damn, I never knew Tetris was heaven. Buttons. Oh my god, this is heaven. Buttons. What ending is this, bruh? This is heaven, Gunchi. I can press buttons for as long as I want, forever. It's like a room full of bubble wrap, but colorful and mechanical. It's brilliant. I just got back. Buttons. Yeah, so I finished the inputs. So it brought me here. I put in the last input and it just teleported me here. I don't think there's a way out of this. I think I just have to restart. Nice, hell yeah. I don't think I actually ever saw what that input did, because I knew the input was a thing, but I thought it was just an achievement or something. Which, to be fair, knowing this game probably wouldn't have been enough to earn an achievement, now would it, Stan? So I can put it in again. So, like, was that... Did I not finish it? I'm a little confused, because, wait. Because I don't want to end up, like, missing something here. One second now. The heaven ending cannot be exited once all the monitors have been interacted with. The only way to return to a new game is by pausing and restarting the game. This ending allows Stanley and the player to interact with all 432 brightly lit buttons to their heart's content. That is amazing. Okay, so I don't think I'm missing anything then. Pretty shiny. It is. Ooh, piece of candy. This is so satisfying. I could just push these for as long as I want. The fact that I can't push them all, though, is kind of a shame. That they're just turning back on. But, nevertheless, we move forth. I'm pretty sure I read that there's like 40 endings. Or 44, something like that. 43, 40, something like that. In that kind of spectrum. But I'm kind of lost as to where else we could go. And I don't even know if we're done with the new content yet. So I can just press that whenever. Oh, also, Gunchi, I don't know if you're still here. But we got... Oh, wait, what the fuck?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
The end is never the
Perhaps
end,
he had
is
simply
never the
missed
end.
a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Onward, but stallion. Yeah, so we got a call, Gunchi, saying that they're gonna deliver like 300 or something boxes. So I don't know where these boxes are at, but they ain't here. They ain't here yet. Leifon, you seen much of this game before? Know much about it? It's a brilliantly written game. Still no maidens, unfortunately. Also, actually, Kevin, or not Kevin, sorry, Jack, we killed our maiden. Yeah, no, she died. She died. We got, we're gonna go get Randy now for our maiden, I think.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now I'm not sure what to do anymore. We could go and do that exit. Okay, yeah, we'll do the wait, what part is that down? Yeah, we go to the left and then, yeah, okay. I think. No, you don't, silly girl. What do you mean?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
She's dead.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Nice, thank you for making me skip that game. I appreciate it. I watched PewDiePie play back in the day when there were 4 endings. Oh, was that like the prequel? Like the demo version? Damn, I didn't know there was only 4 endings in one version. That's crazy. Now there's 40. 10 times that shit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Nope,
Mind Control
did not.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I think I came down here with
The
a
door
bucket,
behind
but I
him
don't
was
think
not
I went
shut.
alone.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Tally-ho, motherfuckers.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, by plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shadowed life. Farewell, Stanley.
We're good.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Why does everyone want to be dead? Well, onward we go.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment
Stanley's
he hit
computer.
start?
Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Yeah. Neat. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. 2 doors. Set the 2 open doors as the very first concrete piece that Stanley Parable's designed. Once this room is created, the rest of the game emerges as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction that this room posed. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Nice. Buttons. Selection of the sounds throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard string and a synthesized tone. The Office. Credits. And the impeccable Kevin Brighting as the narrator. He did a fantastic job, honestly. His performance is really good. As well as the writers. It was written and designed by Davey Wreden and William... Okay. I don't want to, like, butcher those names. Based on the Stanley Parable 13 team. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Nice. Yo, what's that one up there? Fun with a bunch of smiley faces on it? Are these actual endings? The Lounge. An early version of one. Apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer will give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone will lead to a different ending. Oh, that's cool. It's interesting to see. I can't speak today. It's interesting to see some of the choices that they decided to leave out. Cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also want the option of the player falling to their death. Cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game. We wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Obey, disobey. Zen? Though the hallways following the first doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times, we discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. What else do we have? Levers? These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Zending. The screenshots depict an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Your mic sounds crunchy again? I don't know why. I don't get what you mean by crunchy, as in like static or lagging. I don't know why that's happening. Is it still like that, Lifon? Let me know if it's gotten better or worse. Static? Could be the mic. It could very well be. Hang on. Is this any better, or is that the same? Double check and make sure that everything is plugged in correctly. Yeah. See, the headset is pretty shit. It's supposed to be decent, but it's dog shit. I could use the one off the Xbox, but then I can't adjust the audio for myself. So if the game is really loud, it makes it so that's hard. Same. Okay, I can switch headsets. Give me a second. Okay, is this any better? Might be a bit louder or quieter. I'm not sure because it's a completely different mic. Well, it's a completely different headset altogether. It's the one off the Xbox. See, there's no problem with using it. It's just that I can't adjust the audio with the slider with this one. I have to use the audio in-game. So if I'm making it any lower or if I make it louder, it'll be lower or louder for you guys as well. Sounds good, but the mic sensitive sound, but good. Okay. Right. So you need me to talk a bit lower, or are we good? This ending went through many iterations. This room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll have to look at like background noise, what I mean. Oh. I'm not sure what you're hearing because there's nothing else in the background, like moving around. I don't know. You sound sexy as always. Alright. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to look into getting that stuff sorted out. It's just if you could see, I might send you a picture of my layout today at some point, or that's just at some point in general, so you can understand what I mean. It's just a bit awkward the way I have it set because it's not like a monitor and a desk. It's not anything like that. So trying to even set up like a stand mic or anything would be difficult. That's why I'm looking forward to getting the PC because I can have the layout set properly. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. What is this? The countdown desk. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up and down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned... Yeah, you said this. Can I press that when it comes up? Come on. Come on, bitch. Fuck you. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. This place is massive. Holy shit. Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Okay. Holy shit, this place is massive. What the fuck? Mind control facility. Underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game. What was that?
Then he pushed the number 4.
Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from the early takes that were not used in the final game.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design.
Oh my god, I feel like I have schizophrenia. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Here, I'm just going to make this easier.
Okay. Gunchi's mean? Wait, what? Did Gunchi say something? Nothing popped up. I mean, facts, but I didn't see anything she said. Exit? Yeah, 1 second. We'll just make sure we haven't missed anything. Well, we probably have missed stuff, but game design mock-up. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of odd addition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. Nothing. No, nothing pepped up, but she isn't talking, and therefore she is mean. Damn. Alright. Silence is violence. Got it. Got it. YouTube notification. What? Oh, somebody else is uploading. Fair enough. Thank you, YouTube, for alerting me to that fact. I should be getting that video out today. I meant to get up earlier and I didn't.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Oh shit!
Listen to
What,
me.
you're just gonna
You
kill
can
me
still
again?
Save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
Die.
Don't let
I love how it was more like specific, like turn off your PlayStation, not like your PC or whatnot. That is nice attention. I also didn't realize that they don't have Steam. They don't have Steam censored on PC. Like I don't know, like if it's copyright or what, but they have it called pressurized valve or something like. No, not valve. Pressurized gas. On the console versions when they're referring to Steam, but then on PC they just call it Steam. It's a bit weird.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
I did. I got exactly what I wanted. There has to be something that I'm like missing with the sequel content because it's all still here. I'm still playing Stanley Parable 2.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe I should have brought the bucket with me again. But I don't know where to bring the bucket.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh yeah, I want to go back down here without the bucket.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Are you gaslighting me? Okay. Okay, game. Damn. Damn, that was a quick one. Okay.
even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
I'm bringing the bucket.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
I don't know where else to bring the bucket, though. There's very little places we can go with it now. Could leave it in the broom closet, maybe? Or try? Well, I probably can't, because we couldn't put it into the machine.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley
Have we gone down here with it yet?
Upstairs to the boss's office.
I think we have. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do this. I think we've gone in there before with this. Let's try the elevator. Actually, you know, while I'm listening to this, I want to see if I can get like a picture of that Kevin Brighting fella, because he actually seems like so down to earth. He has his own website? Damn. Oh my god. He is exactly what you would think he looks like. Okay. I take it there's nothing here. Yeah, okay, I take it there's nothing for that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Shit.
Crushed by
Fuck.
the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his dark, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
There's really not many other endings I can think of trying.
The elevator
Unless you have
downward,
any kind of
plummeting towards an unknown fate. It
suggestions
would be all
as to
Stanley
which
could
way to
do
go.
to keep himself together, if not for the bucket, soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Alright, let's go.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Hey, you're supposed to reassure me.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded
I want
from
to see
this
if I can
very
tell where
place.
they all are. 5 is
As the
there.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley
Has to be a
decided
reason
that
they're
this
numbered.
machinery would never again exert its terrible power
3.
over another human life.
No, 1 is
For
up there.
he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Stairs are here. That
Two
might open up
best
after.
friends, Stanley and the bucket,
1,
up against the world.
2.
They high-fived in a really
3,
cool way, and the bucket
4,
made a sassy comment
5.
about taking down the system.
Okay. Let's see if we get an option to do that, or if that would even work. Okay. Let's go.
When at last they came to the source, but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly.
Hey!
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Hey! I like
Stanley
birds.
flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Oh, well, that's
The
fine.
mind
This is
controls
wholesome.
were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
This is
Stanley
incredible.
and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all
Honestly,
the
this
possible
isn't such a bad
paths
life.
his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
I am happy. This is great. Don't take me away from my birds. Criminal. Absolutely criminal. Oh shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No. No, he didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
No, this is great.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right,
then walking to the lounge, then a... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
What if I don't pick up the phone?
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
How do you get up there? Have I been over there?
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Doesn't seem as though I can get in there. Nope,
Now
I ain't
pick
picking
up
it
the
up.
phone.
Said
Nope.
the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Nope, I'm picking it up. Will there be anything about? Oh yeah. Now I remember.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
It is pretty funny.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your
You're gonna
arms
have to
raised
translate
straight
that for
upward
me.
at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
Right.
To begin the
Okay.
joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time.
Okay.
With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor.
I'm learning so
Speak
much.
the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice
I'm
screaming,
Dunny
"I'm
with the
Dunny
funny."
with the funny now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. Okay. See, I can already feel the comedic energy just surging through me. This is great.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times.
Yeah, that's
Just
pretty
to
much my
ensure
English
the
essay.
survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just
Perfect.
remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, We're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence.
Oh, wait,
and
what?
Very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles.
Hell
All of
yeah.
us must
Like,
be
Fawn, is
prepared
this,
to give our
is this
lives
the
to
kind of
this
shit
noble
you
cause,
teach those
just
commanders?
as our children must do after us, and their
You
children
gotta
after
have these
them.
performance training
Godspeed,
videos.
And may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Alright, epic. Yeah, I'm done for that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so just bring me on back.
I can feel it.
I love how they
This
put this
time,
here to stop
I'm
you from
really
jumping
going to
off.
Nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious
I will add them
concept.
for future.
The
Good,
king of
good, good.
Comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, you be fine. You got this. Okay, from
Here
the
we
top.
go. You ready?
Yep.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have
I mean,
forgotten
it
that
is.
The phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm
Hey,
nothing.
don't be that hard on
I'm not
yourself.
even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready?
Okay, yes,
When
yes.
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Right.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Wait, what?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the
okay.
bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Do I have to go left?
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Okay, I'll go left.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay, left.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are
I
you
went there
proud of
twice,
yourself
my
for
guy.
bringing me down, Stanley. Are you proud?
Okay.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale...
What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so...
Wait, these are
memorable.
genuine
Like a
credits.
story playing
Oh,
in a
yeah, because,
car.
yeah, you said you were going to add an epilogue.
No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was...
Oh, is this the end of the sequel?
I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
That's so cool. I think there's another ending I can get, though, if I go back to that phone. Wait, what? Wait, that wasn't the ending?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Yeah, well,
meeting
we'll go
room.
do that anyway,
Perhaps
without
he'd
the bucket.
simply missed a memo.
Wait, what was that? Okay. Okay, we got this.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he did not. Wait, what was that? No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
all this time.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Come on.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, I'm gonna hang up on this bitch. Let's go.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Ah, yeah,
to
suck
put
it.
your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's
I ain't gonna let
been
no bitch back in
waiting.
my life. Nope. I ain't no simp, bitch. Fuck that.
That's her,
Where's it?
Stanley. You need to be the one. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Finally. The gig's up, boys.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This
Yep.
is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Let's go. More videos. Or Frozen game. That works too. Game? Okay, so I'm learning a lot from this video. Okay, I see. Very good. The game's frozen. All right, guys. I would have had to leave the live stream here anyway. So, I don't think there's many things left to do on the stream. I'll get a vote from you guys to let me know whether you want me to do the rest on stream or just do it myself. Because I don't know how long the stream would be if I just did it for the stream. It'd probably only be a few minutes long, so I don't know, it'd be worth it. Maybe add it with something else, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, no, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I love this game. It's such a good game, and I'm really happy I got the chance to play it. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it.